Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time with your host, Kevin Coriel, live from JTH Construction Studio. Wednesday?
It is Wednesday, believe it or not.
Lisa is here from Stability First. We will get to Lisa in a minute. She's got a lot of good stuff to talk about. But real quick, I know there's a situation going on the north end of town on Ohio and Harrison. What's up, James? Hello, Teresa. Hello, Mike. Stay inside. Stay away from that area. I think the police got it quarantined off a little bit.
Pretty quarantined.
So just avoid that area. That's all I know. And if I knew more, I wouldn't go into specifics anyway, because it's ongoing. And that's a lot of people get mad at that on site when I delete stuff. And but it's really none of our business until it's our business. You know what I mean?
It's a safety thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You got guys.
Yeah.
You got guys out there on the field.
Yeah.
Trying to protect and take care of business.
Yeah.
Let them protect and take care
right.
of business. And then when it's all said and done, I'm sure it'll all be Harrison and Ohio in that general vicinity. They'll all be more than willing to discuss what's going on. But just be safe. Crazy world out there. Anyway, real quick, I'd like to thank my sponsors. Of course, we're live from JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe for all your construction need. American Basement Solutions. That is Larry Ralph Sr. Larry's looking for people to hire. If you guys seen the post today, I couldn't think for a better person you could work for. Larry Ralph is one of a kind. 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer. She will be in studio next month, starting a new show, and right on cue.
That was good timing.
With Angie Turley. 765-341-8911. Contact Teresa for all your real estate needs. Drink the Creek Cedar Creek Concert Series. I think the next concert is I'm gonna mess this up. I think it's August 6th. It is Earth to Mars. It's a Bruno Mars tribute band in Soul Street, August 6th, 5 p.m. Cedar Creek. Finehelp.org. That's Judge Williams' group. If you have issues, money issues, domestic issues, get a hold of this group. Get on there, look around. Get on the website. There's a lot of good stuff on there. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. 765-342-4339. That's Mark Wayman and them out of Wayman's. They're looking for people, too, to work. Another outstanding person. He's been in studio. His mom and dad, they were just fabulous people.
Great people.
And then we've got Hello Brook. Well Springs. That's Bob Goodrum's group. You can ask for a finer gentleman there. 765-346-6661. They take care of a lot of the homeless situation here in town. And they're always looking for help. Stead's Comfort System, keeping us nice and cool here tonight. 765-346-0195. I see he's got his new building all painted up down there at the corner. Looks good.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We've got Who's Your Web Nerd, taking care of our website. It's a work in progress, but we're getting there. 317-640-4398. And, of course, my daughter's Logan's Cosmo over at Hair Diva. 765-318-3388. Get a hold of Logan. She does have a post up tonight. We're a couple openings over the next couple of days. She will be at the fair at her booth with us, putting tinsel in and feathers. I don't think she can do much with this, but anyway.
Proud Papa.
Yeah. Lisa, how we doing?
Doing great, Kevin. How are you?
I'm good. It's not bad. It's hump day, Wednesday.
I know.
We're getting close.
We're getting there.
We survived the storms. I appreciate you guys were supposed to be in Sunday. But when weather like that pops up, I like to come on and talk about the weather, and I don't want people driving here.
Oh, it was fine. That lightning and thunder was a little intimidating.
Yeah, no, I don't.
So it was all good.
I'm not a big fan of storms anyway.
No, I'm good. I'm good staying in.
You guys,
I just appreciate you giving us a few minutes.
No, you know, I love doing this, and you guys, I want to backtrack during the Rally in the Valley.
Yeah,
you guys were out there.
We were.
And all day out in the heat, over by the big green egg. If you couldn't have picked a better spot.
Right.
I lived at Magdalene House for a while. There you go.
She did.
Brooke.
That's Brooke. Hi, Brooke.
And you guys were just doing unbelievable work out there. What a fun day. And you're working there with Stan the whole time. So.
Right. And it's a great partnership with the whole Rally in the Valley, and the Antique Machinery Show was going on this year.
Right.
And that was just a phenomenal partnership that they let us then come in, and we were the beneficiary of a lot of that, Stability First. And shout out to Kevin and Porch Time. They were generous with us that day, and the community's just, very supportive.
I was shocked, and I didn't know a lot about it until the day it happened. Actually, about 3 days before, I had heard something about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, if we could advertise this next year,
Yeah,
this will be massive.
That would be one. Yeah, it will, and it's getting better every year. You know, the 5K we've been doing, and it used to run downtown.
So
And
I
then
think this locations
yeah.
kind of get everybody screwed up.
When
But
it is, I think people get confused about whether events are still going on or not. That we've had to move away from downtown.
right.
But
Your setup out there was magnificent.
it was great. I mean, obviously they still run
Yep.
in the downtown area, you know, and come back and we start and end at the fairgrounds. But it was a good day. It was hot, but not as hot as last year.
Right.
And so, you know, it was bearable, and just it gives us an opportunity for Stability First to just share and talk about who we are and what we're doing. And
That's fantastic.
yeah,
You had a massive car show.
it is.
You had the Big Green Egg Company out there,
Mhm.
and you had more craft fair than I'm not being mean by saying this. There are more booths and vendors than would be set up at the fairgrounds.
It was
this week.
amazing.
I could not believe the entire pork barn
right.
was filled with vendors.
That was amazing, and that's the whole Rally in the Valley.
Yeah.
That's part of the Antique Machinery Show. Did the craft fair, and I thought the same thing. I mean, you hate to think that, right? Because
right.
supportive of the fair, obviously.
Right, 100%.
And I know that, you know, the situation, people are having to choose which fair to be right now, you know, and that's difficult. But I was like you, I was shocked. But that continued to bring more people down.
Right.
One thing we're going to do a little bit better job next year of advertising too is that there was a silent auction running as well.
See, I did not know about that.
I know. And so that's on us, lessons learned,
Yeah.
right? Not enough advertising about the silent auction. And I think people got confused about that silent auction and the one we run in conjunction with the Gala.
Right.
I mean, we're going to laugh about
we're
this,
gonna
right?
get the Gala.
I'm from West Virginia. I said Gala. Everybody say Gala. But yeah, so we'll do it, you know, every
excited
event.
for the Foundation Men's Old House to open up. There you go.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic we could talk about.
We'll
right?
get to that.
Yeah.
Real quick, Bill Hamilton, hello, Camilla, hello, Sherry, Jeff, Jesse, Jerry Vest, Shannon, how are you? And Julia. First, stability first. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you do, who you are, for people
Sure.
that don't know.
Sure.
Heather says hello.
Oh, hey, Heather. So, yeah, this is taking me out of my comfort zone, but we'll do it.
You're doing fine.
So
You've been on here before.
I know, but it's like this is like nobody else is here with us. Kevin.
Right.
Okay, so Stability First, we're in our 6th year. This all started out of Bridges Out of Poverty initiative.
Okay.
And it was very quickly recognized that there was an area, not just in Morgan County. I mean, we're based here in Morgan County, but that's another misunderstanding. People think we strictly serve Martinsville or Morgan County. When we get to talking a little bit about the Magdalene House, which is our women's shelter that's in our 6th year, we have residents from all over central and south central Indiana. But anyway, so there was a need. You know, we have Wellspring that does a phenomenal job with families. We had Desert Rose that does a phenomenal job with victims of domestic violence, sex trafficking. What was missing was a place for single women to go that didn't have children, right? They're just them. Or they don't currently have their children with them for whatever reason. I think our community would be just astonished in a shocking way to know how many women were sleeping in alleys in this city alone, in Martinsville alone.
Every time this topic comes up, whether it be through you or Bob or the sheriff's department, it is
people don't realize
utterly amazing.
It is shocking. It is shocking. And you know, people are aware that under the bridge and that, but what they don't realize is how many women were in alleys at night having all kinds of things happen to them.
Right.
Okay, and just the reality, right? It's not a good place to be.
Well, it's a place nobody wants to go mentally.
No, you don't.
But it's there.
You don't want to go there mentally. So we started with the women. That was the most urgent need, and the Magdalene House was born.
Right.
And we have 16-bed facility. Rarely is it not without a waiting list. I don't even know from the day we've opened our doors if we've been with. Right now, there's about 32 names on a waiting list. People have asked us, you know, can you take more than that? Well, there's codes, right?
Right.
So
you'd take them all if you could.
We would absolutely do that.
Right.
And so, but that's 16 women at night that are not out on the street.
Right.
And they come from all walks of life. They come from every cause. Some, yes, come straight from jail. Some come out of rehab facilities. Some come off the street. Some come because families just like, there's all kinds of reasons.
Right.
But I think what would be shocking to people too, from every socioeconomic background, we have sometimes stereotypical ideas of what we think leads to homelessness.
Right.
Well, we've just survived, still trying to survive a couple years of COVID, right? Look at the financial impact on families.
100%. I always say this as I'm always like, there's a lot of us, including myself,
Stu, one paycheck
to paycheck,
one paycheck away from being on the street,
one paycheck away from being on the street, and
right.
you hate saying that,
yeah,
but
it's
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that,
and some people just have not had the opportunities that some of the rest of us have had to get it right. Except by the grace of God, there go I. We could all say that if we were born into a different family or if we had different, it's just a whole lot of things. But anyway, what's really, really one of the phenomenal things about what happened with Stability First is, and I'll just say this because Ron's not here to stop me. Sometimes he's like, shut up. Ron's Morgan County boy, right? One race. He said this is the first initiative, a faith initiative he can remember, where nobody cared who got credit.
Right.
There's a lot of churches involved with Stability First, and it's not about do it our way, do it this way, do it that way. Our board, I'm a member of the board of directors, we're made up of people from a variety of churches.
Right.
And so this is the faith community that truly came together. And from that, we're bringing in the business community. We're bringing in social services. It's just been very heartwarming.
Yeah.
Right. To go to good for the common cause without, nobody cares about credit. Right.
I can't stress enough when the numbers come out, when shows like this pop up, and whether it be you, Ron said, I heard that.
Oh no. Go to bed.
Whether it be you or the sheriff's department or Bob or a number of people. And I forget who was in here. There's a caseworker a while back that were given, just talking about homeless individuals in the county and the city and kids and women. And I was homeless for months.
Wow. Look who that is.
Teresa Westman.
Wow.
Exactly. The numbers are shocking.
Yes,
and individuals like Prince of Peace is part of
Yes, it is. Their pastor, Nathan Jensen, is on our board.
Yeah.
Like
the numbers are shocking.
It's shocking. It's heartbreaking. However, the good story is, that's 16 women at a time that are being provided training, resources, counseling, education, job skill training, faith building, and you just have them for a little while, but you really hope that impact lasts. And, sadly, I'm not going to sit here and say everyone's a success story. We have our share of heartbreaks.
Sure.
We were public about this with the family's permission. A group of us last Friday just went to funeral service of a very recent resident. And I became very close to this particular person. She helped out a lot. One of the areas I oversee is the Maggie Bags. And,
which is a wonderful thing. They've been in our air a couple times, Lori and the rest of them.
But the demons just got her. And, I don't want to get emotional, but those are the tough ones. And so what you do every time, you say, what can we do more?
Yeah.
What more can we do? And, we just keep trying. But in 6 years, this is our 6th year, over 400 women have gone through the Magdalene House.
That's amazing.
Right here in our town.
That is amazing.
Over 400 women have been served.
Just think where those 400 would be without you.
Well, without God.
Okay.
God keeps us
You're
going.
spreading His word.
Yes, we are. But you know what I mean. We've got to give it, because this is this can be a daunting. If you think, we lose one, we get defeated feeling. Well, no, you can't do that, because for every one that slipped through on us, 20 are doing really well.
Right.
And so it's a need. The community has embraced us from the word go. I do think there's some confusion as to Magdalene House and Stability First. I think that causes some confusion. So how we tell people to look at it, Stability First is like the parent, and the Magdalene House is one of our children, and Foundations will be one of our children.
Right.
Right.
You want to get into Foundations real quick?
We can talk about it because I know there's we'll just hit on it. There's a lot of buzz in town because of the grant the city received on behalf of Stability First, that $600,000 grant. Foundations, we have, through a generous gift of an estate, we were able to purchase the building that's just on the other side of Hudson Plumbing. It used to be the Dream Team's building.
It would be Foster or Devin.
Brooke's very honest about her
Yes,
journey.
Yes, she is.
And she's, you know, Brandy, that's one of our resident counselors. She is very, very, that, you know, these are ones that are willing to talk about where they were, what they went through. And listen, when they come into the Magdalene House, and Brooke could probably tell you this, there's rules there. There are rules there. And
we've had them. We've had all the gals in.
And let me tell you, sometimes they don't like us very much at first, right?
Right.
But well, here's what the difference is, Kevin. And it's same with Wellspring, same with Desert Rose. When the women realize, because they've been lied to a lot in their lives,
Sure.
right? When the women realize we genuinely, unconditionally care and love them, and they can do whatever, they can say whatever, we're still going to be there, and we're still going to be fighting with them.
Right.
For them to have stability in the future. And so, you know, when people know you're investing in them, that's like, we have what we call an impact partner, which are monthly supporters, right? You know, St. Jude's probably has thousands of them, right?
Sure.
That is an area where we always welcome support. You can go to our website, stabilityfirst.org. There's information on there about becoming an impact partner, and it's just people that give to us every month. So obviously we'll welcome all the partners we can have,
all the help you can get.
Right.
I want to interrupt because I think the world of this guy right here,
Larry.
Isn't he amazing? A great big thank you to all the organizations in the city make the difference in lives. Talk is cheap, but you all are hands and feet in the
thank you, Larry.
blessings. He is one of the people he's even speaking about because he and
look at Brooke's
comment.
I
don't like rules.
Yeah. So anyway, she's mentioned Foundations. So Foundations is Stability First Board has been asked for a couple years. When are you going to do for what you've done for the women?
Right.
Well, it takes money, right? So here we go. And one thing I want to clarify is, while we are overwhelmingly joyed about the grant did not come to Stability First. It goes to the city. The city administers it. So let's just be clear about that, right?
Right.
It's on behalf of Stability First, and it's for brick and mortar. It is for the rehabbing and the adding onto the building. It is not for operations. It is not for even the appliances and the fixtures, right? You know. So
sounds like a step one.
It's step one, but it's a huge step. But there will be a lot more coming out about Foundations, right? There's a bid process going on now for contractors. So it's all having to be run under government contracts. So
Sure.
You know how that goes. So yes, we're thrilled about Foundations, and we know people want us to do it sooner than later. And hey, you know, get the money coming in.
You're getting there.
Get the money coming in, and we'll get there sooner, right?
Right.
But we say in God's timing. It's the whole thing with Stability First has been, we don't want to get ahead of God, and we don't want to not do what he's leading us to. But anyway, so yeah, the two events that are coming up.
You're excited, I can tell now.
Yeah. The two events that you graciously have let me talk about tonight is our last two fundraisers of the year are coming up. Next Thursday, August 4th, our inaugural Swinging into Stability.
Oh, catchy.
It's our, I didn't come up with it, so I can't take credit. I'm not sure who did. Maybe Judy Moore. I don't know. Go Judy. Or Dan. Okay, I have to give Judy and Dan equal credit or I'll be in trouble. I thought that was a great thing. Swinging into Stability. Foxcliff, Doug and Paula Mullen.
Yeah, another wonderful human being.
Oh, let me tell you, they have been supporters of Stability First from day one before the doors opened. And very gracious people. Would not like it that I'm saying that, here again. Don't want credit for anything. Just like Stan at Ace Hardware, people did not realize until we were telling them. I don't think you realized it. Every Green Egg event that's held over at Ace Hardware, Stability First is the recipient of those proceeds.
Yeah,
he doesn't want the recognition, but we'll give it to him.
He's an amazing.
He's an amazing human being too. Been a faithful supporter of Stability First, where it goes well. But anyway, We still are signing up teams. You can still register. It kicks off at 1 o'clock. There will be a boxed dinner, not lunch, but there will be a boxed dinner as part of the fees. It's $100 per person, $400 per team. I verified with Judy because Judy Moore's overseeing it. I verified with her earlier today. There are still some spots open.
Okay.
So again, you can go either to our Stability First Facebook page or the Stability First website, stabilityfirst.org, and there's links for the registration, but we need them in like as quick as possible.
What about whole sponsors and things like that?
They actually, as of yesterday, we had thankfully an explosion of whole sponsors come in, which we were getting a little nervous about. However, we still need sponsors for the gala.
Okay.
And so that is absolutely
that's next issue.
That is September 22nd on Thursday.
Okay.
Thursday, September. Yeah, that's why I was sharing with him when Michelle was making the great announcement about the Brick House on Main Gala. When she said Thursday, September, I literally gasped at home like, oh. But anyway, it's all good because everybody can go to that on the 15th and then come to the Stability First Gala. We're going to have it at Jones Crossing in Mooresville. It's $75 a person. Tables of 10. So what we do have some people asking is, well, can we just do a table of 10? Oh, please.
Right.
That's wonderful. So if, a business wants to sponsor a table and bring 10 of their employees or whatever, the registration's open and live for that as well. You can also get that link through our Stability First.
Is there a flyer or something on your site?
There is for both events.
Okay, because I want to download one of those, and that way I can read.
That's
them all.
great. And our gala this year, the theme is "There's no place like home." Sometimes the gala is more like very formal, like the Brick House on Main Gala is going to be. But this year we're a little bit more business casual, or, because of the theme.
So I could wear shorts to yours, is what you're saying.
Khaki pants.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm going tux at the other one. So
you don't have no tux needed, no suit and tie needed for this one. We're going to be a little bit more relaxed as far as the dress, but that is our major fundraiser of the year, and that is what we 1,000% depend on for operational funds. We have one of our board members is doing a phenomenal job with going after grants, and we go after as many as we can, right?
Yeah.
Takes time.
Oh no, it's a task.
It takes time. And so we're just very appreciative of the community. So get signed up for the Swinging into Stability. Now somebody asked us, good question, what if I don't have a team? Can I sign up? There are several people like that.
Sure.
So don't not sign up if you want to go, if you want to play. They'll get you on a team.
I can tell you this now. We've done our golf outing 2 years in a row for the scholarships. And every year there's somebody off a team or somebody missing a team.
Or they can't come at the last minute.
Can't come. So
And then you have somebody short a person.
Yep.
So so we've told people absolutely sign up. You'll get a spot. The gala, listen, you want to talk about an emotional night? We tell the story.
75 per person.
75 per person to the gala. Each table seats 10. So if somebody's wanting to sponsor, an employer
buy a whole
table, $750. Yeah. People walk away the first time at the gala overwhelmed with the amount of information they receive on what's going on with Stability First in the future, but just seeing how much it takes to do it, but also hearing the stories of what's going on. And this year, it's going to feature one particular resident, that resident's journey, and they're being very honest about the journey. And so it's just a lot of great things. Dinner, full dinner, dessert, silent auction. Go play a couple fun little things in there,
Sure.
But it's just a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I always wanted to get. There's so many groups.
There are.
IDT out there.
They're all great.
So many groups in town. I would love to get everybody in a room and discuss it all, and because we've had so many on, and it Brandy's story, even though it broke me down.
Yeah, so if they want to watch Brandy's story, I'm pretty sure it's still there. If you go to the Stability First Facebook page and look at videos, It's Brandy is who we featured at last year's gala, and she's actually a former resident who now works for us in the house.
Oh, that's magnificent.
Oh, let me tell you, you want to talk about a young woman that's brutally honest about how many times she was locked up and the drug addiction and what it took for her to. That's a powerful story.
But look where
and,
she's at now.
Oh,
right. Yeah.
She's remarkable. Yeah, as they are. You know, Brooke's doing fantastic, right? So, and I think what people are really taken aback with when they hear some of this is it's like, oh, well, that person, that kind of, well, what happened to him? Like, okay, what, you know, here
then
again,
that's what I was trying to hit on.
We get our minds thinking what something is.
Exactly. Your IDTs and you guys and so many other groups put you on a room and brainstorm and come up with plans and ideas on how to, not just one, but everything. Because just like you guys open the foundation now, there's so many out there that want the help and need the help. Yeah. And that's not even counting the ones that we don't see coming right now.
Or like you said, what about the third? Right, that always is a pull at the heart. And
the kids ones bothers me too, because that's the one I was talking about where they said they were virtually sleeping or in their office because they didn't have anywhere to put them and they didn't know where to take them.
But they weren't going to put them outside.
No.
You and I are the wrong people to do.
Oh, I know. And I'm just like,
well, yeah, that's like our hearts broke last Friday over Melissa, because you're like, okay, what more should we have done? Could we have done? I mean, let's face it, at the end of the day, addiction is addiction. The person themselves, the addict, has to want a different life for themselves.
Yep.
And nobody was madder at Melissa than Melissa.
Right.
Melissa sat with me and was just, because she fought so hard and did so well. And when it crept back in, nobody was more upset about it. So, you know, the point is, our journey we're never done. This is a journey that will go on forever.
Yeah. I can tell you this, and a lot of it, it's a vicious cycle once they get into it. And I have a brother that is deeply involved in this. And everybody's like, what's your brother know? Well, he don't tell me anything. Right? That's his job.
Right.
And he loves what let me word this right. He loves what he can do for the community the way he can. Right. You know, there's no police officer jumps in the car that I know of and can't wait to pull somebody over and give them a ticket. And that's not my brother anyway. But some of the stories that he has told me, and I've known him 55.
Right.
I've known him a couple years. You can tell when it hits home on him.
Yes.
And some of the stories that he has shared with me over time, you talk about an individual that cares. And I could not do what he does or what you guys do because of the connections. He may not show it.
Well, you know why you can.
He may rip into them, but he loves every one of them.
And you know why you can? Because of the ones like you're going to see at the gala.
Yeah.
Or like Brooke, or like Brandy, or like the hundreds of others who are now thriving, contributing to this community, or contributing to the communities they live in, have their children back.
Yeah.
For years have lost their children, now have their children back, and they are being active, productive parents.
Yep.
And so, the few are still too many. The few that, go back to the struggle, it's still too many. And so we will keep moving forward, and the community is partnering. That's how we see this. This is not just Stability First doing this. Every person that gives a dime to us is partnering with us on this journey.
100%.
Partners.
Exactly, Corey. You guys do God's work, and there's a lot of you involved, as you said, not only from your area, but different areas, but it's just amazing. And it 40 years ago, growing up, you never heard of things like this. Didn't need them.
No.
And you never would have dreamt of it. First time I ever got involved in it, I was at a meeting here in town, and it was from families from around the county that were trying. This was 8-9 years ago, reaching out to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
And you talked about this a little bit ago, but there was people from the north end of town. There were people from Foxcliff, from Painted Hills, from Lake Edgewood, from St. Clair Street, all in that same room, and every one of them were asking how and why.
Oh yeah.
How and why did this happen to my kid?
Yeah.
What can I do now?
Yeah.
And they were tears, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect to walk into this.
Yeah.
Tears and crying, and just it hits everybody.
Ron and I aren't immune.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, we lost a drug overdose that was stemming from self-medicating illness struggles.
Yeah.
And people could say he had every opportunity in the world given to him. What's wrong? You know what? I'm sorry, but we're never going to answer that question. The truth of it is there is a need rising up to it. We have that fewer women living in alleys, being abused, no hope of getting their children, and now there's hope returning to their eyes.
You guys have put a glimmer, that little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for them.
It's hope.
Yep.
They will use the words. The women will say, "I'm hopeless." No, you're not. You may be in a hopeless situation in your mind, but you are not hopeless.
Right.
You are worthy. And that's the message, right? God loves them regardless.
And that statement right there, you're worthy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that could hear that every day,
absolutely.
And it could help them out.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them that don't get to hear that or don't feel that.
Yeah. But I get very emotional about this one because God, as we're people of faith, so God loves us all. He might not like something we do, but God loves his creation. And so when somebody truly, life has beaten them down so badly that, number one, they think God will never love them. Right. They don't think society will ever love them. They don't think there's a place for them. And to watch the transformation from just investing some time and some resources. And it's just, we get as much back as we give. We get as much back, and boy, do we, you have to just check the stereotypes at the door.
Yeah.
And I think that's the important thing, right? It's like, they'll read an agenda in a heartbeat. Will do, right? Especially people in that world. They've been stomped on too many times anyway. And so if you're running an agenda, if it's about numbers and checking a box, number one, I don't think God's going to bless that. But number two, it won't be successful because they figure out really quickly it's not sincere. And so I think that, from the entire board of directors to our staff, they all know, that the residents all know they are cared for. And what's amazing, and I mentioned this at last year's gala when I had an opportunity to talk about the women, it is absolutely amazing how much the women want to give back and serve because they know what's been given to them.
Right.
They genuinely want to be productive, contributing citizens of this community. Stepping forward.
Yeah. You guys do great work.
Thank you.
And you know what? To me, the proof's in the pudding when you show up at a rally in the Valley and you have all those thousands of people there in and out and coming up to you and over by Stan and just
supporting the support.
Support 100%.
Yeah. And a couple of those women, what you didn't realize that were helping you that day were residents.
Oh, I'm
So see, they want to serve. Over at the Green Egg event, every time it's there, I guarantee you we have a couple of residents there helping.
That's awesome.
So
we've had them in studio a couple times from the Magdalene House, and then we went there. I don't know if I forget who we went there with. Him and I. It might have been during her candlelight vigil one year.
Could be during COVID. We had one outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just a neat place, and it's a building of hope. Like
it is. It's a building of hope, and it's also the reality that it's in its 6th year, and it's had over 400 women coming through it, and it's time. It needs some refreshing. It needs beds. It, furniture. I mean, just imagine having 400 women sleeping in. And
there's a waiting list, folks.
There is a waiting list.
So if they had a room the first year with parking lot, and I remember that one. Just imagine if you had a house that could hold 30 women. You'd probably still have a waiting list, wouldn't you?
Probably, yes, because now we've gotten again, I give all the credit to God. We are very much respected by the court system,
Sure.
even not just Morgan, but the counties around it. They see what's happening with the program. They see the serious nature we take with it, with having certified staff and education and training, and the requirements on the women. You know, they're all on a plan from the minute they walk through the door.
Right.
And so, you know, when you look at the fact that we're now pulling from Putnam County, Johnson County, Marion County, Monroe County, Morgan County, it's just the need is great.
Right. And we can help you.
Absolutely.
You got the
swinging into stability
golf outing coming up
Thursday, coming quick next Thursday, August 4th.
Thursday. I'm going to sneeze. I hate to do this. I'm trying to stop it. So next Thursday, and then you've got your Gala.
Gala. How do you say it? Our
25th.
annual major fundraiser, September 22nd.
22nd.
Thursday, September 22nd, starts 6 o'clock with the hors d'oeuvres and silent auction and photographs and all that. And then the dinner is at 7 and the program, dinner at 7.
And I will get on there and get copies of those and post them on the site.
Or I can drop something on.
We'll take care of it and get it promoted.
So it's very exciting. If anybody has any questions, they can reach out to any of us. If
somebody wanted to make a donation to you guys, how do they go about that?
So a couple ways. Again, on the website, stabilityfirst.org, there is a donate button.
Okay.
And you can even sign up to be a monthly impact partner there.
Awesome.
We do have some supporters that don't like electronics. They can send in the check. Yeah, they can send in the check. They can drop. Our offices are at 210 West Morgan. Most people recognize it because the Maggie Bag boutique is in the front, but we're right across the street. Wait a minute, we're right across Marion Street from the fire station.
Right. Okay.
And so our Stability First headquarters is there as well.
Okay.
So there's always somebody there 5 days a week if someone wants to drop a check or mail it in. But because we do have some supporters that don't want to do the electronic thing,
and
we get that. So mail the check in. We'll take the money however they want to bring it to us.
And you put it to good.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank
you.
And
all that is involved with you.
Thanks for what you do.
I just have a big mouth. That's what I'm good at.
What you probably don't realize is that, and I know you're like others that don't want this, but your name comes up, and I'll get emotional. Your name comes up quite often as somebody who deeply loves this community.
I do.
And
I can't deny that.
And we all know that. And so we thank you. Thank you so much for everything you do. You know, you and I are aware of some donations you've made that you don't want made public. So, you know, you walk the talk.
Yeah.
We thank you.
I got a brother that, like I said, that does this. And when he got me involved with this and with Brooke and Jeremy and all the others, the 1 year I might have a small stash of Maggie bags for my husband. I walked the streets from I think Brooke was with us. And I wasn't the youngest guy in the group, and it was one of them 100-degree days. This was a few summers ago, and we walked South Street through the courts on up Home Avenue and ended up at the city park. And by the time I got there, I needed an ambulance.
You needed it, yeah.
Yeah, but I've known Jeremy Tackett my whole life.
Yeah,
it's some of the best people on the planet.
Yeah,
and we were passing out brochures on places like yours and IDT and anywhere to get it. We had a list of about 50 locations they could get help across the state. And to see some of these individuals, see some of these individuals that we all know. We all know. Right. Maybe you don't know their name, but you recognize them when you see them around town. Yeah. Some of them, like you said, hey, you're worthy. Some of them, and Jeremy's so good at that. Yes. Some of them just need to hear that. Yeah. And had no clue that there was, and I don't know, and I don't want to say saved because not saving like you do. Right. But I don't know if we pulled anyone out that day, but I'm certainly we planted seeds.
No, but it is saving. Yeah. It's saving in a physical way, in a mental and emotional way. And, you know, there's nothing more just emotional than sitting with someone who believes, truly has convinced themselves they are worth nothing, and to talk, and then you watch that journey, and when that spark returns to their eyes.
Oh yeah.
Number one, when they're the alcohol free, drug free, when their mind is clear, just as valuable is when their emotions become clear to where they will start really believing they have worth. Can't. It's all worth it. It's all worth it.
I agree, and you know, if we could save them all, we would today.
And we do one at a time.
Yep. It's a whole slew of people, and Ron and Lisa and Stability First is just one in this community, and God bless them all.
And like I said, this community has been supportive. We need just as support as we can get. We love having the monthly impact partners. So if that's on your heart and you have, it doesn't matter, $5 a month, $500 a month. It doesn't matter.
Every penny counts.
Every penny counts, right?
Teresa's spot on here. People need to know they matter and have a reason to be in the purpose of basic need. Yeah. And this is where I get a little edgy. So many people, hey, I want to help out. I want to do something. I want to do something. I want to do something. Nothing to do.
I just accidentally do an eye roll? I have to be careful with that.
If you want, and I preach this all the time when stuff likes to come up, if you want to get involved with something, I guarantee if you get a hold of this gal right here, she'll put you to use, put you to work. Absolutely. And if you want to donate and be involved in something that makes a difference in someone's lives, larger than you can even imagine, get a hold of her.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be wonderful. And, you know, again, just from the entire board of directors, we just want to thank the community. Keep walking beside of us. And
thank God for what you guys do, because I couldn't imagine it without. It's already hard enough. And I just so many different groups, and you're one of them.
Thank you. They're all valuable, and there's a lot of us, 100%. But there's a lot of need.
Get to that golf outing on Thursday. Yeah. And then get to the Gala.
Let me, if I can. Well, we've had to put a hold on clothing donations just for right now because there's some remodeling going on within the house.
Okay.
So hold on for right now. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Brooke.
Yeah, thanks, Brooke.
She's one of the more vocal.
And she wouldn't have known that. Yeah, Brooke wouldn't. Yeah.
Brooke will tell you how it is right now.
Yeah, she will.
She's a good person.
Yeah, she's good. All right.
I see, and it was easy.
I don't know about that.
You got through it.
I appreciate it.
Got your information out.
Yeah. It's all good.
And now people both know that you and I are both very emotional and can go haywire real quick.
Yes. It can be hard, but
you know, one of the blessings about this, I never had a vision like this when we started this.
Look what a difference
just
you've
a
made.
Fun thing to do and hang out. And I run into people like you and Larry Ralph and Teresa and Brooke and some of the directions this thing goes. Because someone's asked us, hey, what do you? We're in front of the Noon Lions, and they ask us, what do you do? And I couldn't. I just tried to explain.
Couldn't put a voice around.
No, and you can't package it up.
No, it's hard.
Well,
you serve the community is what you do.
We try.
But you serve the community.
There's so much we would love to do. But we're limited because it's a cash thing.
It is. Yes. Again, support this. Support Kevin. Support Porch Time.
But we love what we do, and I love the fact I probably would have never met individuals like you or Larry Ralph or most of them in town. And the blessing that I get is like, wow, that is a person making a difference in the world.
But you're facilitating the coming together for the good. You do realize that, right?
You,
Bethany, Corey. I mean,
I was going to say, we've got a good group.
You do. You facilitate. Well, you know, talking about Bethany and the baby box, right?
Wasn't that amazing?
A group of the residents went with us. We walked over to that and we took. Yeah. And here again, they see that this community is about taking care of one another. And that was an emotional time for some of the women because of things that they've had happen in their lives. But see, so you're touching. It goes farther than you think. But yes, thank you for having us. Please sign up for the Swinging into Disability Golf Scramble next Thursday, August 4th.
Well, look there. There's Corey and then Bob and Kathy. There's
hey
another
guys.
good people right there.
Yeah. I serve on, as you know, on the fall foliage board with Bob, but we'll leave fall foliage for a different day. I'm Stability First right now.
I was on that board for a while.
I know you were, Kevin. You got too busy for us. No. But anyway,
that's two good people right now. Corey too, but
we'll talk about fall foliage later.
Well, we can talk about them for a minute because my daughter works at the
I know, I saw
Hair
that.
Diva,
yeah.
They're good folks.
Oh, very good folks. Bob is our
Is he the president again this year?
He is.
Well, he should be.
Yeah. You did. I'm not, Kevin. You're gonna get me in trouble. I have to see him at a meeting tomorrow night.
He knows why I'm not
Bob,
there.
Kevin said that
run my
I
yap
didn't.
too much.
No, he's a great leader, and we're excited. It's returning downtown this year, so we're excited.
Like you put in your work there. That guy does it all over the place. But for that fall foliage, you can go up in the middle of the night and ask.
He's a lifer.
You can go up and ask him at 2 a.m. in the middle of the morning and say, Bob, I need 3 chairs and a table and a sign from someone. Hey, here's these keys. Go take us out. Billy and O'Barrett be in the back.
He's a lifer.
Right.
He's a lifer. It's like Hotel California. He signed in, he can't sign out.
Right.
But no, good people.
Yep.
Your point, good people.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. And
anytime, you know that.
Yeah, and there's a, the need is great, but there's a lot of people there. You've got Wellspring, Desert Rose, IDT, us. So that's amazing. Keeps all that going.
Yep.
So
we have to.
We just look forward to the future and what's going to happen there, and we just want everybody to be a part of it.
We have to. Let JB giving stars JB. Again. That's one wacky man right there. Thank you, JB. Lisa, you have a good evening. Thank you. God bless you.
Thanks for the time.
Anytime. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Love you guys. It's Wednesday. I don't think I have. I've been here 3 nights in a row, and I live
this
here.
This is Wednesday night.
In this room.
Yeah, this is Wednesday.
2 shows, and we had a.
Are you asking me what day it is?
Yeah,
it's Wednesday.
Well, we had a Christmas tree meeting last night in here,
gosh.
so yeah, you only.
Well, and then you were live Monday night with the music and.
And then that's the Christmas list, and here's other stuff.
Oh my goodness!
And then Bicentennial after the.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be exciting.
So.
Right.
I'm sure we'll be on again tomorrow night for some reason. Thank you. Love you, JB. Love you guys. We will see you soon.